Well, welcome to this 10 Weather Impact Show. I'm meteorologist Chris Tomer.
And I'm meteorologist Aaron White, and a bit of a change.
Yeah,
for
sure.
Big change.
I was surprised just coming into work how much snow has already melted in the last.
Yeah, you can see some of the grass.
Yes.
Yeah, which is a nice sight, a nice change.
Yeah, you're driving through all this water that's kind of sitting on the streets. Just be careful, that could refreeze, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's just like the cars are covered in just dirt and, and salt and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I know a lot of people have been wanting to get the car washed and stuff, to kind of wash all that stuff off. And I'm sure a lot of people have, myself included. But now you're getting to the point now where you get all that grime on the streets, so your car gets dirty again. So I think this is next 2 weeks is going to be multiple car washes, at least for a few people.
Making some big bucks if you own a car wash, for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
So
and
I walked in here and you immediately pulled your laptop out and said, hey, you got to see this.
Yeah.
And so what are we looking at?
Yeah, a really cool sight here last night. Check this video out. This was a large meteor that was just seen burning up in the night sky. This happened around 11:32 was the time. You can see this video was actually from Ryan, from sharing this from Amanda, Ohio, just near Lancaster there. And yeah, you can see that just bright flash, and we've got so many videos in. This is the only one we have in right now, but we're working on compiling a lot more. But a wild sight for sure.
So where does this came from Mars, or where did it come from?
Yeah, right. Yeah, a little space rock. There's actually a meteor shower going on right now, the Alpha Centaurids. And this is actually what happened. We had multiple sightings, not just here in Ohio, but across parts of Indiana, Michigan, southeastern Wisconsin saw it, parts of Illinois, even northern Kentucky. So kind of covered a large area, but likely just a small, I would say, small rock that just really burned up in the atmosphere. But it made for a cool sight. I know a lot of people that saw were kind of like questioning, like, what's going on here and stuff. And like they happen periodically, usually during a meteor shower, of course, but still cool that you capture it on security cameras, doorbell cameras. So if you have one and you haven't checked it, go check it right now. Check it sometime today. 11:32 was about the time that you would be able to see it on the camera. So definitely worth a look.
All right, good stuff there, Aaron. Love seeing that kind of video come in.
Yeah.
People get really excited about that stuff. So we got to talk about the temperatures, how warm it is.
Yeah,
and then
something
we'll
else to get
weekend.
excited about too.
Yes.
I feel like the forecast, I mean, everyone I felt like was so excited yesterday,
Yeah.
myself included.
54.
54 degrees,
Yes.
which was a little bit more, I mean, I was thinking the snow was going to keep us colder.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, right.
And then all of a sudden we got to 40s, and then all of a sudden we're at 50. I'm like, 54 degrees? That's nice.
54 degrees. Today, even though it's only in the middle 30s and the sun's out, it still feels warm out there compared to where we've been. Let's go outside right now. This is the Scioto here. Notice there's still some snow there kind of hanging on, obviously, but I'll tell you, it is just melting very quickly. We are above freezing right now, 35 degrees. It feels like 26. The wind. It's out of the west-northwest at 15. As we kind of move through this afternoon, you'll probably feel and hear the wind a little bit. It may bump up to 20, 25 miles per hour, gusting at times through the course of the afternoon. Current temperatures across central Ohio look like this: 35 degrees at Port Columbus. We've got a mixture of 30s and 40s. It's colder to the north. Look at Mansfield. Sub-freezing right now at 31. You will likely rise above freezing, though, just by a little bit. 40s down in the southern counties around Piketon and also Jackson. So the next 12 hours, you can plan out your afternoon, evening like this. So we do have some sunshine, but it's possible the clouds will build back in through the course of the evening. And then tonight into tomorrow morning, I do think we're probably going to see another little round of fog across some of the counties here in central Ohio, and the temperatures will fall back below freezing. So whatever has melted and run across the streets, it will refreeze. Here's our satellite and radar, and there's a little sort of area of cloud cover right from basically Columbus, Delaware County to the north up towards Cleveland. You can kind of see the gray hanging on right there. If we expand the view, there are a couple of things to point out. There's a storm crossing to the south, but notice all the action in the Rockies. That is a building storm system, and that's something we're going to have to deal with. It'll be close on Sunday here, and I'll show you that forecast in a second. Let me do the hour by hour here. So the afternoon hours, this does show some cloud cover, and maybe even by the time we get to late night into tomorrow morning, some fog popping up. Again, it's just the warm air sitting on top of all this melting snow, and you tend to get fog sometimes when that happens. So this is Thursday at 11:30 in the morning. Still a little bit of cloud cover, but some sunshine. You can see it poking through there in several of the counties. All right, let's talk about the weekend storm system. Friday and Saturday look fantastic. Two very nice days with a lot of sunshine. Stop the clock right here. So this is Sunday at about 10 o'clock in the morning. There's a storm system coming in from the south. It's a warm storm, so this is all rain. So this is 10 o'clock in the morning. The last few days, this storm has shifted its track and sort of been wobbling around. It wobbled away yesterday. Now it's kind of wobbling a little bit closer. And so the southern part of Ohio could see some rain out of this. I'd say the chances are much higher down there versus Columbus. If we see it on Sunday, it's probably just going to brush us with some light rain briefly in the morning, and then you can see the storm begins to pull away after that. So our forecast today, mostly cloudy, but obviously we're seeing some sunshine break through those clouds and a high temp of 37 and the wind a little bit breezy this afternoon. Then tonight the clouds build back in and there may be some areas of fog out there and 29 overnight for the low temp. Tomorrow mostly cloudy skies, again some breaks of sunshine and a high temp of 34. Now looking at your 10 Weather Impact 7-day forecast, so a couple of things to point out. We'll take a closer look at the weekend, but Thursday and Friday will shake the clouds. Friday looks really good with some sunshine and a high of about 40. Valentine's Day on Saturday looks good, 48, totally sunny. And then on Sunday, so we've got the percentage up to about 40% of seeing some rain as that storm kind of brushes us to the south. And then next week, I don't think it's going to be difficult to reach 60, Aaron. I don't know. What's your opinion?
Yeah, I think, on Tuesday, definitely potential there. I've seen some indications that we get close to 60. Yeah. Wednesday, for sure, some low 60s, not out of the question here. It's going to be interesting to watch how things really play out. But as we saw yesterday, it didn't really take much to get into the 50s, so probably going to be a similar situation here, especially if we can get more sunshine instead of the cloud cover by Monday, more so Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll likely have some 60s, so time to break out the shorts and flip-flops, I think.
Some people will have shorts on. I don't doubt.
Some people did yesterday.
Yeah.
I saw that, so yeah.
It doesn't take much. I mean, once you get used to temperatures in the single digits and teens, it's like this is just balmy weather across the area.
It's funny to think about. You go back 2 weeks ago, we had temperatures 10 to 20 below zero.
That's right.
That Saturday morning, we had record lows, and then we got to the 50s. I mean, we're talking about almost 70 degrees of it to change. So
70 degrees.
It's a heat wave. It's a Midwest heat wave.
All right, so we've got some other cool video here we want to show you.
This is the one we've been talking about for a while now. This big ice crack on Lake Erie.
This is something that you've put together a story on this the last couple of days, and now we finally have some drone video.
Yeah.
And so you might recall the lake is pretty much frozen over, but then
about 97%.
Yeah. And then we had this big crack that developed, and so the drone flew over it. People went down. They're taking pictures. It's now a tourist trap, and while the ice is still there.
Yep.
And so it's really interesting to kind of see that big break, Aaron.
Yeah, really. I mean, it's spanning over 100 miles, and just an incredible just to see it from a different perspective. I mean, we saw it on satellite, we saw the video there, but definitely made for a wild sight for people, just wanting to check it out, something that doesn't happen very often, but a few people did talk about it.
It was a minimal crack, like it sounded like a shallow crack, not like thunder from underneath your feet.
And as I was standing right there taking a picture, I heard a little crack and I said, I'm out.
I'd say that's a pretty good call. You hear something, it's like, okay, let's get away from this. Because as we all know, we say it all the time, especially with these warming temperatures, ice is never 100% safe. And
ice kind of scares me like that. I don't mind doing the cold plunge, but man, I don't want to fall through the ice. That's a whole different ball game.
Yeah, when I was up in Minnesota, went out on the ice a few times, especially because up there, you talk about it might be 15 inches thick, and it's usually safe, but still never 100%. So just be aware of that, especially since we are tracking these warmer temperatures.
All right, and finally today, we got to check out this video. I love it when we sort of find this stuff because Hawaii, was it Mauna Kea or Mauna Loa?
Mauna Kea and Mauna Loa, both of the volcanoes.
Yeah. One's like 13,000 feet, isn't that right?
Yep.
So yeah, it snows up there from time to time. This happened, when was this, Aaron?
Yeah, so this was over the weekend, Sunday into Monday. Basically, the volcanoes, they had winter storm warnings in effect, forecasting about 8 to 10 inches, upwards of a foot of snowfall there on the summits. Again, you mentioned 13,000. I think the minimum was about 10,000 feet in elevation. So, of course, it does happen. It just happened back in January. This is the second time this winter. Not unheard of for the volcanoes. Of course, the beaches are still in the 60s and 70s, getting some heavier rain, while the volcanoes are getting a lot of snow.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
So you've got the Hawaiian chain right there, and they're just obviously surrounded by the ocean, but you have just enough elevation change. And typically when you go up in elevation, the air cools, it's much cooler up there. So we have just enough with those volcanoes to get snow from time to time. Very cool.
Yeah, just a wild sight. And I mean, thankfully, it didn't impact many people. I know people weren't venturing up there and stuff, and the rest of the islands had flood watches in effect for some pretty heavy rain. I know some parts of the island, I think, recorded anywhere from 5 to 7 inches of rain.
Is that much rain?
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
Pretty decent amounts there, which is not too unheard of for the tropics and everything. But to see the snow there, I can only imagine people on the beach once you get that sunny day, and then you see the volcano and you got the snow cap up there.
Yes,
pretty cool sight.
Let's go back to the 7-day forecast just one more time, and before we end the show. I just want to talk briefly about the weekend forecast. So Friday looking good, Aaron, 40 degrees, sunny skies. Saturday is Valentine's Day, high 48. And we are still watching Sunday. The storm will come up from the south, may brush Columbus with some rain. We've got it at 40%. If you're going to southern Ohio, though, it appears as though the chances down there are going to be higher. Yeah. And then next week, the temperatures take off.
Yeah, use a little rain, I guess, isn't going to be the worst thing ever. It's not going to be a super heavy rain, thankfully. Right. But our bigger concern right now, especially as we get into next week with more snow melting, potential for some runoff and some flooding, so we'll be watching that. But I know you'll be in this afternoon tracking those warmer temperatures. I hope you put 60 on the 7-day forecast here tonight, so I'll be watching for that.
I like doing that kind of stuff, so you might see it on there. Actually, you probably will. So,
well, there you go. You'll have to tune in for that here later on this afternoon. But, of course, you can always catch more news and weather online, as always, at 10tv.com.